All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at slope-intercept form. So slope-intercept form is the form y equals mx plus b, where m is your slope and b is your y-intercept. Okay, so we're going to go through a handful of questions where we're going to look at finding the slope. So our slope is the number in front of x, so the coefficient of x. So my slope is 1/2, and my y-intercept is the number being added or subtracted to my equation. But when I write my y-intercept, I want it to be a coordinate point. So I would like it to be 0, 7 and not just the value of 7. Okay, so here my slope is -2/5 and my y-intercept is 0, -3. Okay. Write the equation, so y is equal to -3x plus 7. Y is equal to 7x minus 2. So essentially, you're just plugging it into slope-intercept form. If I look here for 14, we're going to go ahead and find the slope. So 0 minus a -1 over 4 minus 2. So I have a 1/2. And then what I would do is you're going to learn this when we talk about point slope form. But essentially, what I always do is I turn this into point slope form, and I go ahead and then I would turn it into slope intercept form. But in this case, we haven't learned point slope form yet, so this says y is equal to 1/2 x plus b. So we'll use one of the coordinate points. If you could use this one or you can use this one. If I do the other one, 0 is equal to 1/2 times 4 plus b, so b plus 2 is equal to 0, so b is equal to -2. So my slope intercept is y is equal to 1/2 x minus 2. Okay. If I look here, let's find the slope first. So -4 minus a -3, so that adds together, and then I have 8 minus 4, so that gives me a -1/4. And so I'm going to use either value here, so -1/4 x plus b. I'm going to go ahead, -3 is equal to -1/4 times 4 plus b. So -3 is equal to -1 plus b, so b is equal to -2. So y is equal to -1/4 x minus 2. Okay. Now, when I look at graphing this equation for this last one, because I can do all the other parts, but probably the most important thing is for me to graph the equation, because we're going to do some graphing in your problem set. Here I have my graph. The first thing I do is I graph my y-intercept, so I graph at 4. And I label it, so here's 4. My slope is -2, so that's technically -2 over 1, so that means I'm going to go down 2, and always to the right. So whatever's in the denominator, you always go to the right. You only use the negative to go either up or down. And you should have a negative slope line, because your slope is negative. Okay? And I should label that as well. Alright, so now it's a time for you to try some on your own. So let's look at, and there is a little typo in the directions. I put it should be the, okay? So I want you to find the slope and the y-intercept. We can do just a couple of these here. Write the equation. Find the slope. So 3, 5, 7, 10, 11. We're going to write the equation, so let's do that. Let's see which ones we want to do for those. We can do 13 and 16. And then we want to do a couple graphing ones, so let's do one with a positive slope and one with a negative slope. Okay? Alright, so it's time for you to pause the video and try those problems 1, 5, 7, 10, 11. 13, 16, 18, and 20, and then pause the video, try them, and then go ahead and check your answers. Alright, so time to check your answers. So here's my slope. My slope is -7. My y-intercept is a coordinate point of 0, -8. There is no x here, and it's the form y equals, so the slope, is 0. And my y-intercept is actually where it crosses the y-axis, which is only at one value, so 0, -9. So it's always the value that's there. Write the equation of the line, so y is equal to -5x minus 6. Y is equal to 0x plus 3, so y is equal to 3. I'm doing my slope here, so I can start here. That's at -1, 1, 2 over 1, so that is a slope of 2. Okay. Write the equation of slope-intercept form, passing through those points. So I first find my slope, so 0 minus 2 over 0 minus a -1. So I get -2 over 1. So I have y is equal to -2x plus b. I plug in 0 in for both x and y, so b is 0. So my equation is just y is equal to 2x. Okay, so now let's look at another one. So 7 minus a -1 over -8 minus a -4. So then I get 8 over -4, which is -2. So then y is equal to -2x plus b. So then -1 is equal to -2 times -4 plus b. So -1 is equal to 8 plus b. So b is equal to -9. So y is equal to -2x minus 9. Graph my equation. I will start with my y-intercept at 1. I'm doing my slope, which is 3 over 1, so I go up 3 to the right 1. And then here, I'm going to start at -5. I'm going to go down 4 to the right 5. And I should make those markings on the axis so that we know how many we're counting. Okay? All right, and that ends our slope-intercept form.